What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an all my love reading for the sign of Cancer. Okay, Cancer, you guys are third on the zodiac lineup for Group 1. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. This is pretty much for, intellectual love. This, again, is the month of March, centering ourselves. You may be pondering over your relationships, Cancer, or kind of doing a relationship check-in of some sort with your loved one. And so this may, come across maybe after that energy, maybe not during. It's primarily for Cancers that are Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a hard shuffle here. Just one. Normally I do three, but we did that light shuffle. Energy is kind of light for you guys. Doesn't require too much. Like I said, probably because you're, talking it out with your person possibly. All right. So one from the top, which is for your energy. One from the bottom, which is the energy of the person and or situation. Okay. So it could be either or. All right. And then one energetically from the middle. Okay, which is the energy between you and the situation and or person. Okay, so kind of the outcome of this energy between the two of you. Okay, or the situation. All right, so let's see what's going on with you guys, Cancer, and your energy. We have willingness. Okay, willingness. Willingness says you are able to compromise if the end result is love. Okay, you are willing to compromise if the end result is love. Okay, so like I said, you're probably in the midst of talking with your person. They are letting you know what it is that they need. Maybe you're having honest communication at this point, of really more so than just honesty, but just openness. So if it can end at a very positive result, then you are willing to, compromise. Okay, is straightforward face value. Okay, and hopefully you are being very genuine with that that sentiment. Okay, Cancer. Now, don't just do it to make them happy. Don't just do it to make them happy. Just make sure it's something that both of you can agree upon and be happy with. Okay. Let's see what the energy is with the person and or situation for you, Cancer. And it is self-love. Okay. Self-love coming out. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Okay. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. Okay. Now, with self love coming up here, which again, this is the month of doing so, but also just really reflecting on ourselves. Okay. But maybe you have, or someone has kind of let themselves go a little bit. And so, kind of trying to shape yourself up, make yourself look nice. Just been maybe in a funk lately, okay? And so, just needing to, manicure yourself. Maybe this has been, I don't know, maybe something that your person has pointed out, or you of your person. And maybe it makes you a little suspicious in a way. Only in the sense of, if you've been together for a while, it kind of throws you for a loop why they're focusing so much on their personal hygiene. I mean, that's something that everyone should be doing. You know, I know we fall by the wayside sometimes, especially if, if you work from home, but, still get back into the routine of doing what you used to do on a routine basis. Doesn't mean that you're out here getting someone else or trying to get someone else. It's just you getting back to doing that, okay? Especially if you're going like back into the office, stuff like that. Now, if you full on wearing cologne every day or perfume, then yeah, it may raise a red flag of some sort. But if that's what you normally would do and it's nothing out of the norm than what you used to do, then it shouldn't be that big of a problem. Okay, maybe that'll come back in during the Heart's Desire readings, maybe. But that's just a tidbit, okay, of the situation at hand. Okay, if you've maybe you've been spending way too much time with your person, and you just kind of really want some individual space. Not that you don't want to be with them. It's just that you've been wrapped up underneath them for a very long time, and you just kind of miss doing things on your own time. Okay, maybe you've had to keep some kind of schedule, running around a lot, something that you're not used to. Maybe you a situation of like an emergency of someone moving in or needing to temporarily stay with you, your person possibly, and you kind of just want some alone space once they're out. Again, kind of want to save it for your Heart's Desire reading if it comes out, but just in case it doesn't, maybe that's part of the self-love, that your person is not really understanding of it because they love you so much, but you do need to have some kind of individuality time between yourselves. Okay, so it's nothing wrong with that. Just need to express it in a way that doesn't make your person feel offended. Okay, now let's see what the energy is between you and the situation and or person, Cancer. And it's satisfaction. Okay, satisfaction coming back up. It was in Libra's reading, but it was in Libra's energy. So you could either be dealing with a Libra, or maybe your person has Libra in their chart somewhere. Okay, it says you let the energy of self guide. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Okay? Satisfaction. You're satisfied with where everything is. That is your take on the relationship, Cancer. For some of you, there's really no problems. Okay, you pretty much are a very mature couple for some of you, and so you're pretty much satisfied. Your person respects your space as need be, but for others, it's about getting to satisfaction when it comes to your relationship. Okay, in general, and that could be a bevy of things. I feel like I'm seeing like a STEM chart of some sort of just so many different pathways going to different in different directions, if you will, of where satisfaction could lie for you in your relationship. But you don't really require, for some of you, like I said, being genuine with this willingness. For some of you, it is just pretty much all about you don't need your person's approval. Of being who you are as far as wanting that individual time for yourself. And so just kind of be mindful of how you frame your words, okay, when it comes to your person. All right, so especially when talking about the relationship, if your person feels like there's things that need fixing, things like that, kind of be willing to kind of compromise and not be self-centered about it. Okay, so we're going to do a light shuffle here in the middle of your reading, which is asking the question of what is Cancer focused on right now. Okay, what is the possible focus of Cancer right now? This may not resonate with everyone. This will probably resonate with another placement of Cancer, or someone who might be cross-watching on you, Cancer. Okay, I've talked about cross-watching a little bit on the channel. I don't really vibe with it too much because it can cause a little bit of a ripple effect in a negative way if you're using it to kind of, peer in on your person when you could just ask them, okay? And don't let them find out that you're watching my channel. I'm just saying, okay? To peek in on them, you can just ask them, okay? Nonetheless, I'm really not a big fan of cross watching unless you're cross watching and you have Cancer in your birth chart placement and it's important placement to you. Then that's something different if it's for self. But if it's to peer in on someone else when you can just ask them, the universe will counteract it, okay? So let's get into that focus for you guys, Cancer. I'm going to go ahead and cut. And we're going to pull two. One directly from the top and one directly from the bottom. You can take both of these for yourself, Cancer, or towards your person. One apiece, whatever works for you, okay? First is photograph, okay? Photograph, which says, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories, okay? For some reason, I'm primarily kind of looking at nostalgia and making new memories. I don't really feel anything associated with the first ones as far as missing you and looking at photos. Nostalgia could be you guys celebrating an anniversary, looking back at an old vacation, maybe wanting to plan a similar vacation but somewhere else. Maybe you constantly always go to this one location because you've had such great memories there. Unless you're going to that destination to maybe go to a different part of an island, or maybe like a 7-day cruise of some sort, possibly, that kind of veers you away, and maybe that location is a last stop. That could kind of help you make new memories, okay? So kind of consider that. That's the vibe that I'm feeling, all right? Now, let's get into the next one, which is separation, okay? Separation. Separation, we have this rose here with thorns. It says sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future, okay? Now, this is definitely a different placement, a different energy than, of course, this first line here, okay? I definitely didn't get a vibe of any kind of imminent separation, but this could be linked to something in the sense of maybe not a full-fledged separation, just a temporary one, as far as like maybe a business trip, like someone has to go away for business or something, and maybe your partner cannot go with you, Cancer, and so there might be more so of a yearning while you're gone between the both of you, and so you'll have to think of some kind of compromise to kind of assist while you're gone. Others, unsure of future, could be in the sense of maybe, and I'm not trying to reach, but it could be something imminently down the line, okay, of a reoccurring issue, okay, that happens from time to time. I don't really want to get too deep into it because I don't want to, try to pinpoint what it is. But what I will say is that if you find yourself, Cancer, kind of battling with your person, or again, cross-watcher of Cancer, it could be built upon trust, that trust issue thing that we talked about in this beginning of the spread with the self-love situation. It's time to have an open discussion about it, okay? Don't be so unsure about your future without including your person, okay? Because what you think is a big thing could probably not be such that much of a big thing, or it's something that you need to keep from being big and just, kind of face the music, if you will. when it comes to the both of you. Okay, but that again is not me trying to dig. It's just, you know, kind of vaguely reading the energy of the separation. Okay, at best, there's some other things I would like to suggest. Maybe things, again, only if you're a spiritualist, or like aromatherapy that is on my Etsy shop to kind of help. But I can't really dive into it until I know a little bit more. Okay. And so we'll kind of, you know, skip over this for right now and just, you know, based off of what I just said. And we'll go into what is the outcome of the energy, which could be for a totally different set of cancers. But we'll get into your heart's desire reading and see what comes up then. Okay. And that should be coming up shortly. Readings have been kind of slow only because of the energy of this month and what it stands for, okay, which is centering ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. And so everyone is at this point, even myself. And so I'm trying not to fall too far behind because I try to get my readings done routinely, done at a time that I really like to, and that assist in the energy of the collective on the channel. So, and anyone for that matter that sees it outside of being subscribed. Okay, so for Cancer, what is the outcome of the energy for Cancer? I'm going to do a hard shuffle here. A few felt like they wanted to slide out, but I'm going to do one shuffle again, and I'm going to cut. Okay. And doing the same thing, one from the top and one from the bottom. Okay. So let's see what the first message is for Cancer. It is safe for you to love. Okay. It is safe for you to love. So Cancer, it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay. So safe for you to love means that you can trust your person. Maybe you're just, you know, kind of feeling insecure about yourself as of lately, Cancer, or cross watcher of Cancer. Okay. You know, or Cancer, just about your person themselves may feel a little bit insecure. Again, possibly a new relationship needing to grow and establish trust. Okay. Let's see what the second message is, Cancer. Free yourself, which is a totally different set of Cancers probably. It's time to take back control of your life. It is time to take back control of your life. Okay. That's under separation. Okay. Now, I'll dig in a little bit deep and say, one, what I wanted to suggest before is if you're in a relationship and you've been in that relationship long standing with this person, and I'm talking about over 5 years, okay, try checking out my Bring Back the Intimacy readings. Those are definitely for people who have, I mean, there's some single stuff in there, but I think those readings may be helpful to you. You can find those on my playlist on the channel. Okay. The cards are graphic. They're sexual in nature. Okay. As far as sexual magic. Okay. Tantric, you can think of tantric sex, things of that nature. Okay. You can check those readings out. They also dive into the female and masculine energy that does not just go for gender. It's about the energy period that we all have within us. I explain that there. And then you have the goddess spirits, and then you have the animal spirit for the masculine energy, plus a couple of songs that might be nice for you to listen to kind of rekindle that intimacy between you and your person. Okay. And so maybe that is what you need, in the sense of maybe some tensions, sexual or physical tensions going on in the relationship, or just really needing that intimacy again that might be missing. Okay, so you can check those out for that. But as far as taking control back over your life, it's something that you need to free yourself from. I don't know and can't say that it's really your person. I think it could be just a way of thinking. Okay, maybe work is taking a little bit too much from your relationship. Um, but it's something that has to be done. We all, well, in general, we should, be working in some way. Some might be retired, but um, there's something that's kind of plaguing you and not really having you fully in your relationship. Okay. And so it's something you need to free yourself from. I don't really feel like it's your person. I think it's just an ideology of your person or your relationship, or where you should be in life right now. Okay. And so maybe right now, love reading is not what you need. What you need is something that's a little bit more deeper than that. And so if you're dealing with any traumas of any kind, then I would say Tap Into Your Souls would be another one for you to check out. Or the Dream Catcher reads would also be good, only because of the energy, the full on outcome with the numerology deck. The geometry deck that I use in that reading might be useful to you. Okay. And so those are just a few readings. I think more so readings than anything in my shop would be useful. That may come later. Okay. But we'll see what happens in your heart's desire. So until then, Cancers, peace.